Hey folks, Dave here, finally back in the friendly confines of Studio B. And a couple things here. It is February 27th. We're wrapping up February here. So I got a couple of things here I just want to go over. First off, a new show just dropped today, the new Digital to Dice. Episode 172 just dropped this afternoon. So check that out. We talk about, is gaming good for you? So that's what we talked about today. On an upcoming show, not sure when, we want to talk about your customer service experiences in this industry. Okay, meaning that you ordered a game, you ordered a season, any kind of interaction you had with people in the community, whether it's a bigger company, smaller company, individual. Um, so if you bought a game or season, we want to know from you your positive interaction. Now, I know they're not all positive, and we have some issues the whole bit. But what we want to do here is we're trying to grow the community and build the community. Okay, so we want to find some positive aspects of customer service that you found. Did you order a game and something was wrong and they fixed it, or did you just get good customer service? Or you always had good customer service? Let us know. And I know that again, I'm not trying to ignore some of the bad things that we've gone through. We've all had some issues with gaming companies, but just I want to try to focus on the positive because everywhere we go in life, we have positive and negative experiences. Even with my damn cable company, I've had good and bad with them. So it's not all good, it's not all bad, but it's mostly good. And so that's what I'm kind of going at with. If you've had an experience buying something from anybody, we want to know your positive gaming experiences. You can leave it here in the comments below, or email digital to dice at yahoo.com and send us this that way. But we want to read what's going on in the community, some of the positive experiences you've had, and kind of the reasoning behind this is, let's just say that you had a bad experience with this person or this company. Well, maybe if you heard enough positive experiences from somebody, then maybe you might be like, well, maybe I'll give them another chance, or maybe it was just a bad day, or maybe whatever. So that's what we're trying to do, is we want to focus on the positive of things here. So if you have a customer service story, a positive one in the community, gaming community, let us know, and we plan on doing that on an upcoming show. Also, what else? I wanted to talk about what I'm going to do for my next project, and I wanted some feedback from you guys here, because I just finished up Hockey Bones, 8 games with Hockey Bones with the Summit Series 72-73, and it came out to a 4-4 tie. So it was really good. It was a really fun time. But now I'm looking at my next one. I'm leaning towards shootout hockey right now. So I'm looking for a shootout hockey project. Part of me thought about doing um, picking a season and playing every game in Shootout Easy. Now, Shootout Easy only takes a minute or two. So it's not like I'm playing a full game of Shootout, which is 15, 20 minutes or something like that. So part of me thought about doing a whole season of probably something in the late 60s, early 70s, maybe even 74, 75 with Shootout Easy, and just kind of follow along with the standings in that way there and seeing how it went. It's going to be a longer project because I've done that with Final Score from Downey, and boy, that was a couple of weeks of prepping and planning and getting everything ready, and then running the 70-71 schedule. But when I was done, it was really, really fun. It was really fun to see my results compared to real life, and I was pretty surprised at the results I got. So yeah, looking for something I want to enjoy it, but I want you guys to enjoy it as well in case I stream a game or I just kind of update it. Is a full season playing a quicker game something people are interested in, or would I be better off just playing the full game of Shootout and doing the like a playoff series or something like that, or maybe taking one team through the entire season? So I'm not sure what I want to do with that quite yet. So again, it's I'm up in the air on that. So yeah, just want your thoughts. If I'm gonna do an upcoming project, probably in Shootout, I want to play Shootout hockey. I'm itching to play that. I want to pull out the cards, and that's the great thing about Shootout EZ is you need the cards to play. So you actually get the offense and the defense and the goaltender and the whole bit, and you play the game. I thought it'd be kind of neat, to do chunks at a time and watch the standings grow. That's what I like about doing a full season product. And I've only really done one of them, I think, with every team and I just watched the standings grow. And it's just kind of neat seeing teams come and go up and down on the whole bit as you're rolling the dice, So that would be kind of interesting. The other project, the other project is I'm wrapping up the spiders. So unfortunately, he's in here in the chat right now. Steeler fan buggy whips. Unfortunately, they're going to be going the way of the dodo bird once the 1899 spiders wrap up. So it was fun having Steeler fan buggy whips as a sponsor of the Spiders baseball. But we're going to be moving forward about 15 to 20 years as I tick on my next product. So we won't be having any more Steeler fan buggy whips. We will hopefully have some fictional sponsors for that one there. And I'll have to, once I finish the spiders, we'll have a grand opening day and announce a new product. I will give one spoiler alert though. The new Strat PC baseball project will not be another bad team. Okay, I'm not going to say what team it is or what league it is or anything like that, but it's not going to be another Spiders. So I'm hoping this team I'll have a little bit better luck with. But it's another season I'm completely unfamiliar with, and I plan on learning a lot from that season. Who knows? Maybe there'll be someone that wrote a book about this season, and we'll have them on the show like we did with the Spiders. David C. stopping by. Thank you. Robert Bryant coming by. I'm just jumping on real quick this afternoon. Ben comes by as well. Thank you. As I just want to, like I say, new Digital to Dice drop, so check that out. We want some feedback on that. We talked about, is gaming good for you? So we want feedback on that. I want feedback on your positive customer service experiences. You can comment here or email us, digitaltodice@yahoo.com. I'll leave it on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I know not everybody is, but we want to know what you think about that. And then again, my next shootout project here. It says both of those sound good to me. You don't own shootout hockey. Shootout hockey is I hate to say it's my favorite hockey game, but it was one of the first ones I played, so I have a strong connection to shootout hockey. That's what got me into cards and dice. And I really, really like that game. It feels, it's a 15 to 20 minute game that feels like you've been through a whole game. It's been so much fun. In fact, one time I played a game, and it must have been 70s season, I think it was. And I don't know if I was doing playoffs or what I was doing, but I played it. I was playing actual games. So I had the actual goalies in the lineup. And a rare play come up with one of the goalies got hurt on one of the teams, had to leave the game. So I had to bring in the other guy. Wouldn't you know it, that the actual game that was played in real life, they used both goalies in that game as well. No, I don't know if somebody got hurt or somebody just got pulled. I think it was a close game, so I don't know if somebody be pulled. But what are the chances that I get a rare play and I have to use both goalies? And in real life, they use both goalies. That was creepy. That was really creepy because I'm like, oh my gosh, what are the chances of this happening? I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give away what period this is. I kind of did a little bit, but it's not going to be any more 1800s games, at least not for now. As D. Scott Howard stops by, thanks for coming by. So I'm trying to kick around. We made a lot of money together at the Buggy Whip Shot. You did, but I'm kind of hoping that that your family tradition will continue and they'll continue to sponsor baseball here on the channel, no matter what decade or what era we play in. Hopefully the family business continues on in some way. That was a lot of fun though. The Buggy Whip. We still got one more game to play. All right, the Spiders are not dead. We still have one more Spiders game to play. I'm going to wrap up the season. We're going to play the last game of the season and see what we finish with for wins. But I think we got our 20 wins. That's what we were going for because that's what they got in real life. So we have one last hurrah. Maybe I'll call that the last hurrah for the Spiders there as we wrap up the Spiders project. That was a super fun product, boy. No pun intended, but that project had legs. Sorry. That project had legs. It did. That was such a fun project. It just going back in time. I learned a lot about the team. I met the is it Jay? I want to get it right. JT Hetrick there. That wrote the book. We had him on the show. We talked baseball back then. I learned a lot about the Spiders, about 1899 baseball. It was such a positive project experience. It was something like anything else. I'll never hit that again. That was just lightning in a bottle. Having the Spiders on the channel and having him on and the crowds that we would draw to watch the Spiders lose. It was something that we probably won't capture again. Going out of business sale. Everything must go. Yeah, on the spiders, it really will. Gary says, "Am I go? Well, yes, I will go back to Stone Cold Hockey. I'm trying to figure out what product I want to do with that, and if I'm going to do it, I hate to say that I prefer playing that game, Cards and Dice, maybe because I started playing that Cards and Dice and then went to the computer game. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with the computer game, though I do wish you could roll your own goals and assists. And that's one thing I was pushing, and they said it was really difficult to do that. So it was just easier to have the computer roll the dice and figure out who got the goals and the assist. I was really pushing for that in the game because then it would have been completely true cards and dice. It just would have there would have been nothing that you couldn't control. And what would have been great about that too is if you could control who got the goals, is you could probably finagle away that if you wanted to play some kind of a replay there with any game, you could input the stats from any game into Stone Cold if you could, rig it to score goals and penalties. So you could play, say, Appa or Hockey Bones or Strat, and then input the stats into Stone Cold and then stimulate and sim the other games. I suppose that you could do that, but you can't do that because it's automatically picking the goal scorer and the assist and the whole bit. But I will get back to Stone Cold Hockey. I do enjoy it. Um, I was enjoying the fictional teams too. Those were kind of fun. I was having fun with the fictional teams, so that was interesting as well. I just got to figure out what product I want to do. If I want to do computer, computer's great to stream. You set it up and it's all set to go. The Cards and Dice is not that difficult to stream, but it does take a little bit more work. And Descon Houses. The Spiders was a fun product. Yes, it is. I'll have one more game, one more last hurrah. I'll have to figure out when that's going to be, but we'll have one more Spiders game to kind of wrap it all up. I got my cold decaf coffee here. I made this coffee about a half hour ago, and I says I'll come down and do a chat, and then I got some work thrown at me. I get on the computer, and I have to work, so I had to jump over to do some work. Now I come back, my coffee's cold. It happens, and you're setting up your own fictional league in that. Do you know what I did? What's really fun about that is I actually I went into I think it was it an Excel helper that they have there? I followed the instructions. I rolled my dice and I created some teams. I actually created Japan and North Korea, and I created some countries that were not really hockey hotbeds, and rolled dice for them and played a few games. And it was actually quite fun doing that. And what was fun about that is I think one of the teams had like a 10 goalie. The goalie was unbelievable, but the team stunk. So it was really relying on the goalie to keep him in the game. It was that game's so fun for creating fictional stuff. I can see myself playing some fictional in that. And I think the PC game does have the fictional team, so I should play more of that. The Dayton Bombers being the lapdogs of the league. That's kind of fun there. Let's see. Steeler fan. As I mentioned before, the R&D group at Steeler fans, Buggy Whips is hard at work developing new products. We have to look to the future as the sorcery of Henry Ford does not look like it's going away. Yeah, the Buggy Whips are going away, and you're going to have to drive a car at some point. You'll still have trains, but everyone's going to be driving cars in the future. But that was a fun 1899 project. So we'll have one more Spiders game coming up here on the channel, and we'll send the Spiders off with a big farewell some night. I have some playoff games coming up that I got to do. So I'd like to do it on a Saturday or Sunday night, but I think I'm working the next couple of Sundays, like all day with playoffs. That could go into several overtimes. I don't even want to think about that. But at some point we'll wrap up the Spiders. Maybe some night this week. Maybe I'll jump on. What's today? Monday. I might have if we get the weather in tomorrow. We're supposed to get. I might have tomorrow off, so maybe I could bang that out tomorrow night or Wednesday night and have some fun with it. Um, let me see this Super Bowl tournament comes by. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just jumping on. Like I say, I just wanted to announce that we did have a new digital to dice out today, and in an upcoming show, I'm going to repeat myself here, but in case anybody new is jumping in here, on an upcoming show, we're going to talk about positive customer experiences. Okay, so if you've had to any anything, if you've ordered stuff in our community, we all have, we want to know your positive customer service experiences within our community, whether it's a well-known company, or whether it's an individual, whether it's a smaller company. If you ordered games or seasons or anything and you've had positive experiences, we want to know that, whether they've corrected an error or whether they just haven't made errors or whether just they've gone above and beyond. We want to know from you your positive customer service experiences within our industry, because it's all about the community. We want to grow the sport. We want to grow the sport, the community. We want to grow the hobby, and so I think if we can relay some positive customer service messages to the community from you guys, okay, not anything that's made up from us, but from you guys, I think that would be a good thing. I think it would be a good show. I think we could focus on, the positive things. And, if anybody had an issue, and there has been issues, somebody ordered something that wasn't wrong, bad customer service, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if you hear some positive customer service messages, maybe you might give them another try. Because we've all had, let's face it, we've all had bad days. I've had bad days, and I've had bad customer service in my job that I just wasn't in the mood for it, or something just struck me the wrong way, and I've had people that probably think I'm the biggest jerk, and we've all been in that boat. But I like to think that I can correct that, or fix it, or okay, whatever. So that's what one of the things we want to do is have a positive show with that. And aside from that, I'm kicking around my next project. It's going to be shootout hockey. I don't know if I'm going to do just a playoffs, or if I'm going to pick one team like I did with the Seals and play the entire season. I enjoyed that Seals playthrough for a while, and then I was rooting for the team to win, and it bugged me when they lost. But the problem is, the whole idea behind this project was they were going to lose a lot. So if I took a team that I didn't think was going to lose a lot, it doesn't have to be a top team, but a team that I'd like to play every game with and see how they did. Yeah, that's something I might do. Is to play every game for that one team. That might be fun, or just do the playoffs. Thinking about maybe doing the playoffs. I think I've done that already in Shootout Easy. I did a playoffs. I forget if I did 69-70 or 70-70. I forget which playoff I did. But I've kind of already done the easy playoff thing. But I might do that again. And what's Gary say here? Maybe game-winning drive Super Bowl league. Um, maybe game-winning drive has been fun. Sometimes I enjoy that, and then sometimes I want to play the fast drive football from Al Wilson, because that's it's a little more in depth, and more things can happen in fast drive football compared to game winning drive. Game winning drives, it's kind of like this. It's slow and steady, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of fun. But with fast drive, I feel like you get a little bit more highs and lows with fast drive football. You can have some crazy things happen, like a safety. You know, you can't get a safety in game winning drive, from what I can remember. Fast drive football, you can get a safety, and that just makes it part of the fun. It really does. So. But yeah, if you're yeah, so Gary, leave that in the comments. I know we're in the chat room right now, but we're asking people to leave the comments in the comments section of the video, or send us an email, digitaltodice@yahoo.com, and we're going to read all those when we do that particular show, is what we're going to do. So yeah, so I'm just going to wrap up here. Just wanted to jump on real quick. So again, new Digital to Dice dropped today, episode 172. We want your positive customer service experiences in the community. Either leave them here in the comments, post them on our Facebook group, or email us, digitaltodice@yahoo.com. And I'm kicking around, my next project, with shootout hockey. I'm gonna pull out the cards tonight. I'm gonna look at the seasons I got, and hopefully something will jump out at me and say, this is the season I'm gonna do, and this is the project I'm gonna do. Like I say, part of me wants to do another full season project. I don't think I could play every game, but if I could do a quick play, like that final score was really kind of fun. I could do that also with ultra quick hockey if I wanted to, but there's also the shootout easy, which might be kind of neat. And I think that plays super fast. Shootout easy plays super fast. So I could look at the schedule and just take 4 games and then boom, play them out, and then they're done, and put the standings in. And then, the next day, whatever, play 4 more games and do that. So I thought about doing that. I thought about doing a full season with Shootout EZ and seeing how that went. So I don't know. I'm up in the air. Let me know what you think. What you think about there. And Steeler fan says, good idea. It can be tiresome only hearing the negative. Yep. And again, I'm not, going to bury my head in the sand. And Ron and I talked about this. We know that there's been some bad customer service in this industry, like every industry, though. Seriously, how many people you hear they hate EA Sports, and EA Sports is still huge, huge. I hate Madden. Madden sucks. Ching, buy the new one. I mean, that's what people do. They complain about it. This is the worst game ever, and they buy it, and then they buy it the next year too, and they bitch about it again. So again, sometimes it's no pleasing people, but we want, like I said, we want to focus on the positive here, and again, with hopes that we can steer you on to some good companies, some good people, and if there's been some bad eggs out there, I assume that if there's some bad eggs that are consistently bad, and I don't know any of them personally, but let's just say company X or person Y you bought stuff from and it was just consistently bad and they were rude to you or didn't help you or whatever, I assume that we don't need to hear the negative on that. But what we will hear is that there won't be any positive experience with this person or this company. So that's kind of how I figured that. So if there's just someone that's really bad, we won't get anything positive on them. So it's kind of addition by subtraction, if you will, or subtraction by addition, whichever. But anyway, I got the wife coming home, so I have to get ready to greet her and the three-legged dog when they come in from work. And so I got to get going on that. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I just wanted to jump on tonight and say that I do have to work tonight, so I won't be on tonight. But tomorrow, I might sneak on tomorrow and wrap up the Spiders project or maybe something else if I don't have to work. So crossing my fingers for a lot of bad weather. I don't know why, but I'm looking forward to gaming tomorrow night. I've been having fun since my schedule eased up just for a little bit for the last week or so. I've been playing a ton of games and I've been having fun with it. Now I want to play some more. And we talked about that today on the show as well. So, hey, I'm Dave. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. And what we got here? Super Bowl tournament. Yeah, well, let us know about that. Yeah, leave a comment in the comments or send us an email or get on Facebook and let us know all the stuff here because I won't remember all this stuff here. So we want to take your quote and read it off on the show in a future episode. And it depends how many comments we get and how much feedback we get. Will be we'll decide how soon that show could be. It could be next week or it could be in a month from now, depending how much feedback we get. But I think it'd be a good thing for the community, for the the consumers as well as the developers to hear what's going on. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave from Studio B. Oh, and the Studio A experiment. I went back and watched the videos and they were fair at best. For some reason, the iPad didn't do bad, but as soon as I moved it, like I tried to tilt it up so I could get on camera at the end, it froze. And I didn't touch it. I don't know what it did. It just, as soon as I moved it, it froze. So that happened twice. So I was like, well, the iPad's not going to work for anything longer than 5 or 10 minutes. And then I tried a webcam on an old laptop, and that was choppy as heck. I mean, I was on Wi-Fi. So let's be fair. It was a cheaper laptop, but it was right next to the router, so I thought it would work. So I don't know how much more I'm going to do from Studio A, maybe some updates, but I was not happy with the quality from Studio A, and I want to do better than that on this channel. So so Studio A didn't go too well. So if you saw the Studio A test, it was pretty bad. That's why I didn't go that long. It's a quick period of hockey. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave from the Studio B, which I hope is better. And we'll talk to everybody later. Hey, thanks for tuning in and have a good night. Bye-bye.